Right. Game 2, Firestarter with... I'm pretty sure Firestarter has Yugoslavia. I think he doesn't like the
Yeah.
Entente, out of principle. And then Baltic for Saltberg. On what is generally considered to be the better side. Which I personally agree with, but I don't think... I've said this many times, but I don't think Firestarter side is as much worse as some people make it out to be.
Oh, it's just different. It's like plays differently
I
depending
mean, yeah,
on
it...
if you're on defensive or offensive from which side.
Yeah. But I think generally pushing Delta and getting a position there to defend is generally easier than pushing Alpha.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest difference.
I would put it the way like in Delta you have a cover to work with, so it's not about air game, it's about close quarter engagements and the grinding. And on the other hand, in Alpha, it's all about it's a lot open fields, not that many covers to work with, and it's much more about air game. Depending on what you want to play. If you want to play air game, actually pushing Alpha is easier for you than pushing Delta if you're going to play air heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa, like defending Delta is it's easier if you want to go like grinding.
2 CV start for Saltberg. Neither player with a fob, and 1 CV for Firestarter. Interesting. Let's see what his first buy is gonna be.
Get the CV. I really don't like this. Like buying why buy a CV when it will take longer to get there. It will, see, like I don't find it reasonable to do that. To do that first buy CV, either buy it like from your initial points or not buy it at all
I
in
mean,
the first few minutes.
why though? Like the 100 extra points could be like extra AA or whatnot that would be crucial for a push, or like an extra M84A and extra medium tank.
Yeah, it also like I agree. It also depends on how fast your deck is and how quick things you want to reinforce with.
Yes, and like if you how much you rely on your opener.
It's also true.
Firestarter, Benji only gained like 60-ish points here, which isn't that much, honestly.
I would say it's quite a lot, to be honest. Especially on a map that
I guess it depends on the map.
turns
Yeah.
stalemate. I think this map usually like tends to turn into stalemate in terms of point wise, because like just a few sectors. If you think of it.
I feel like it depends. I think if Benji's side is winning, usually it starts like when Firestarter side is winning, I think it's usually like you should be play +1. But I think if Benji side is winning, it's usually results into a +3 or even or a +2, because especially if you win Bravo, you have a much easier time of getting into Delta. Whereas pushing from Delta and Bravo into Alpha is usually a bit harder from Firestarter side. So I think getting to a +2 or +3 even happens easier from Benji's side.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Also XA180 here sneaking through, but I don't think it'll do much. But it is a stalemate here because they were effectively doing mirrored strategies. Benji trying to keep the foothold in Foxtrot, and Firestarter doing the same in Bravo. Whereas Firestarter went defensive in Fox and Benji in Bravo, and both not doing anything in mid at the moment. That Erika is... yeah, sorry.
I like more the way how the Firestarter is encircling Bravo, but we see Erika saw the CV, right?
Yeah.
In the Foxtrot. So
that
we
is...
have a Hall coming.
And that's CV. Yeah. That's can be annoying that the reinforcement route can be perfectly spotted from a recon in there. That's something that you have to watch out for.
Yeah.
It got me a lot of CV kills as well. Okay, Firestarter working on pushing into the town in mid, but I think if you want to do that, like in mid game or late game or something, unless you're like ahead in points or something, it is very hard to do if it's a stalemate.
Still, he's doing nice work. I mean, you see again the Firestarter's angles, right? He has M84 and there. Doing nice. I like the way he was pushing. Oh,
But still, it
that
didn't
should have
work out.
that mod should have been dead. Didn't work out because it was stopped by a plane, but almost was a very good trade. It was close to a good trade.
Almost. But yet, the Bravo encirclement. This is something that you don't see from a lot of players either. I basically never do that.
Me neither. It's a
There's the Hawk again. Firestarter, he does have a Sava on the field, but not much more in terms of AA. And Hawks are like a planes that can bully you so much if you don't deal with them.
yeah. They're very annoying, and they are literally the thing that forces you to start the air game.
Yeah.
And because they are super cheap, you get some punishment, and you're like, damn it, I'm losing so many ground like infantry to the cheap plane. So I'm gonna buy a how it's called, ASF.
Yeah.
Because it's standard action,
And
and
then it
which is
gets memed
exactly
on by the mimic.
exactly which is exactly what a Baltic player wants to get it, to force you to buy ASF.
Tab 71 in Charlie. But it will get memed on by the KT because of the way it drives, yeah. Briefly spotted, but not enough to finish aiming.
Yeah, but still there is a BMP2 and Panzer Yakari defending.
Oh, L17K doesn't get hit once by the MiG.
Nice. Good Petrovic. Do you think Firestarter might manage to cut off if the Padobranci will survive the KTs? Which
I don't. It would be tough. I don't think they would. If it came down to an engagement out there in the open, they would probably get one, but not both. But I think it was the right call to not try to kill one because he could get a lot more value out of them if they manage to get into cover. But now they get stopped by the helicopters.
By helicopters.
So Firestarter is pushing in Bravo and mid now at the same time. Something like a plowman in mid is definitely helpful because there's not a lot of cover to work with for Benji.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if Firestarter has a plowman and it's oversight.
That is true. I also don't know if he has one. But again, Hawk coming in didn't do much, but it got out again. And the M84AN wasn't pushing with him, so all the infantry had to like just walk and get shot at. What now?
Yeah, so a lot of points sunk into Bravo. There's almost nothing left that it's defending. Both
Definitely
sides.
not worth it.
I don't think so. Okay, there was quite a reaction from Staffenberg Force, but really not worth it, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you do something like that and you don't have any A with you as a single KT or something, can just effectively, if not kill your shit, at least stop you because it's just so dangerous. And also Benji bought a Super Puma with the air decoys for flying around the map.
Interesting.
Once again, heavy artillery for either player, Jurgen for Benji, just would be so strong in mid. Like one of the maps where heavy artillery like this is so good to have.
Yes, you can just attack move all your stuff and
yeah.
You will trade well.
84 AM gets spotted by the air decoys and just double tapped by the spike. Unfortunate. A15M next plane that just dies and doesn't do anything. Both times just a single OSA that killed the plane, right? The Galeb as well, I think. Benji getting a lot of value out of little AA. I mean, he does have air decoys on the field, granted. Hog, this micro didn't drop the bombs and got down. Finally.
Modded.
Oh, that 84 EN could have gotten the finishing blow on the mod, maybe. It does have only 21 front armor, so maybe that could have double tapped him. Bit unfortunate. Next Galeb. And gets immediately doubled up by the MiG-29 with the
That's
first missile
horrible.
even critting, as if that wasn't enough already.
Yeah, and fire running up very, very thin on infantry in the mid.
Yeah. He has in general, I think he usually in mid at least, his infantry was very often engaging without like any fire support.
Mm-hmm.
Or the fire support coming in only very late. This was a big mistake by Fire. Also, Firestarter now getting very heavy in like between Fox and Delta with another M84A in there. But the problem here is just that single spike in a town there in Foxtrot, unless it's smoked off, effectively just stops him in the tracks there.
Yeah, and we have the Ericos approaching. They're all gonna trigger the Praga, most likely.
I don't know, what's the right call here? Going for the fog in the backs of Foxtrot or going for the spawn? What do you think?
Well, I would say I honestly, you see the reinforcement road that is coming from Echo into the Pinsgauer is
Yeah,
now driving in.
place them near
I
there.
would go there. I would
Okay.
go around there. Yeah. I think that
Or
could be
right behind
annoying.
the spawn point is also very annoying.
Like that's already dirty. Especially the infantry like Ericos.
Yeah. I know. Like, sir, I think I remember like some people in the past starting with like 2 SAS squads purely for flying around and dropping right behind the spawn. Very annoying to deal with.
Definitely, and especially from like if you're on the other side, if you're on Benji side, getting like 2 SAS squad into that town and around
That's
the.
Nick the Man likes to do that a lot to me, like dropping infantry in there, 1 or 2 squads even. They can do so much work. It's very ridiculous.
So, what is the situation on the ground?
Well, Firestarter is still getting wrecked because KTs for Saltberg doing a lot of work. And Firestarter just getting no value out of his infantry. Or his tanks, for that matter, really. And his push, if you want to call it that way, in Foxtrot, so far hasn't done anything. He has a lot of units that he has there, but didn't do anything with that so far. Busy in mid, I guess. Oh, Eriko is near the Vihor. Oh, that could.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's why they put that into
Oh,
near that road. It was close.
it was very close. Oh my.
They wouldn't one-shot it to the side,
Oh,
but
the Sava
with
didn't even hit this area. That's
and
unlucky.
the never coming the same road.
Oh,
Damn
and
it.
now Saltbreak moved it up. And I
Yeah.
think the worse off-road speed means that it'll take the complete road down until
Mm-hmm.
it splits.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
there
this
we
is
go.
dead Neva. Bam. This was the radarless Neva.
And Syria killing the M84AN in mid. Sava getting a crit on it, getting it down to 1 HP at least, but
I can imagine like Firestarter like wondering, where did my Neva go?
yeah, I mean, if he even realized it until that point, which there's a good chance he hasn't yet.
Did I call a Neva or did I not call?
Yeah, that sounds very much like Firestarter.
Oh no, he realized. It's easy. The response, the Greyhounds, are on the way. I think that is the. Oh wait, do you think it's the response for that?
Would be like for Foxtrot as well, because he already has a bunch of them there. See what the other 2 Greyhounds are doing. They're just driving past. Oh no, he stops them. He stops them. He realizes it.
Okay. See, the one Eric was doing so much work. Like they paid for themselves like 3 times, or
Oh
at least.
yeah. There's the Neva again. But I'm not sure if you even need a Neva here at that point. Hawks haven't really been out for a while. The Syria has been an issue, but you have so much cover to work with that I think the Syria is the least of your troubles in Delta right now. I think you need to. I think, getting Benji out of Foxtrot is probably Firestarter's best chance here.
Yeah, because but he has to do it very quickly because you still are lagging on 100 points
Yeah.
basically. You need 8 minutes, good 8 minutes to catch up and win. So the
Yeah.
Neva, if the Neva goes somewhere, like it should be covering the group, attacking the Foxtrot.
Yeah,
But
or
the
it should
group
be
attacking
like
the Foxtrot
ideally
should
like in
be
the
really.
forest between Delta and Fox, where near the Sava or something, where it can at least somewhat cover a 2-pointer as well.
Yep.
Hera coming in from behind and Bravo, spotting the CV. Not getting the kill though. On bench now also probing a bit in Bravo, which could very much work out for him because there's not a lot stopping him.
Yeah. 4 Charioteers and 1 Yakari.
L15M, also again double tap Badiosa. Make 29 was overkill a bit there. Infantry engaging, and behind there's another 2-stack with PP standing there, not being moved at all. B-Hor is standing still. I think Firestarter is busy in Foxtrot at the moment, yeah. There's the Hawks again. Both getting out.
They were being in such a bad position at the moment.
This is one of the situations where you prefer having something like Osa AKs, when it's cheap lane spam. That's where they shine. Greyhound's in the bottom of Foxtrot getting some nice work done. Killing 2 KTs as well, since due to their stealth. But the whole attack by fire still got stopped, so... Oh, it's not looking good. And he's gonna lose Bravo soon, most likely.
It looks good for Staffenberg, definitely. Like this game looks still solid for him. Especially like he now just needs to buy time. And he has quite a solid hold on a Foxtrot, so
Syria getting out again. Neva has been very inconsistent here. And the Neva was an attack move, so it didn't even have a chance to hit the MiG. That's why you don't attack move your AA, kids. Or at least you pay attention. Oh, the Vihor. I think the spike got a side shot. Was it a spike or the Erikoins? Got it down to 1 HP at the very least, and then...
What is both?
Then we finished off.
But spike was a side shot though.
But still, Fire's pushing him kind of out, but...
It's too late.
It is too late. Wait, what did he just kill the mod there? No.
I think the mod is dead.
Yeah, the mod is dead, but I don't know when or how it died. Generally surprised that he manages to push Saltberg basically completely back here.
Still, like, Fire lost Bravo, so...
It is too late, and there's another spike. That was a front shot. It's actually spotting them. Damn, these very good optics and the high noise of the spikes. And yep, there it is, no cover at all, so the planes are gonna do a lot of work here.
So, let's see, the Padobranzi, if there wouldn't be so much infantry, yeah, like +3 would solve something, but...
Yeah, but even if he kills one of the CVs, there's a tank CV, even though it's on 1 HP, but it's still standing right there.
That's true.
And Benji has Bravo under his control. So countercapping is only giving him a +1. If he can keep the cap going. There's still the Hawks. The Hawks spawning in panicked, which sometimes happens when it's like, I don't know what exactly it causes.
Like if there is some undeserved win from those 2 matches we saw, this is the undeserved win. Not that deserved.
I mean, it is still kind of deserved, but like
it is still deserved. Like if there would be like that previous game was much more deserved than this one.
This one was a lot closer. Like a few more minutes, and Firestarter, you know, wouldn't have played as aggressive, and then. But I mean, could have, would have, should have, you know.
A bit more luck with the AA, to be honest.
Yeah, or the Gallop at the start.
Oh, could have changed.
And here again, the Gallop missing 1 missile, I think, while on 4 HP.
Yeah, but still well played by Stauffen.
Yep.
This is gonna be over. The last Valiant charge was done. Only left for Firestarter. Nothing else to push with.
Like literally nothing. Oh, he still has an M84AN and Foxtrot. And the spikes down here are out of ammo. I think in theory the M84AN could spot most of the infantry in the town while not being in range. Except for the Erikois because they have very good stealth. But I think the M84AN could drove close enough to the Yak carry. And so, oh, and it gets sideshot by the T55. Oh, that KT very epic, just drive by instantly killing the mortar. KT just driving into the 2-pointer.
Yeah. Well, this was made possible by the fact that like Firestarter throw all his stuff to like try to win, try to hit last resort. It's the situation on the ground right now is not saying anything.
Yeah, for sure. And the engagements in mid is really what. The engagements in the mid, and I think Firestarter just being too aggressive in Bravo. If he had not been aggressive in Bravo and instead kept them at the forest that goes like through Bravo and like towards Alpha,
Could like do
and
a
then
pincer.
yeah, exactly. And that's the best way to attack Alpha from Firestarter's position at any point.
Yeah, but still, even if we did discount the at the end, the total end, like total last 5 minutes, it would be
It
still
was,
decisive KD.
I mean, even if the
by some.
KD would have been even, the conquest points speak
Yeah.
for themselves.
So well done by Stauffenberg.
For sure.
Taking the game back from Firestarter.
Yeah, so it's all down to game 3.